seem to not always be able to get their story straight. So they're wrong sometimes. Or, the enemy will try to plan something and it doesn't work out because Christians pray about stuff and prayers and petition God to get involved. So the enemy's plans don't always work out. So there are false prophecies. It says here, he apparently said that 1933 would be a good year, and this was apparently one of his earlier predictions. He stated that 1933 would be a good year, but the prediction was made off base. In 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. Shortly after his appointment, he dissolved the German Parliament, which marked the beginning of the Nazi rampage throughout Germany and across Europe. In the U.S., the Great Depression was in full swing, and the global economy had gone problem. Lost City of Atlantis, that's a pretty famous one. And I know that some people will point to the Bimini Road thing, but that's not a fulfillment of what he predicted would happen. Casey was actually fond of the subject of Atlantis, and he made a few predictions about it. One of the predictions stated that an Atlantean death ray would be discovered by the U.S. in 1958. He also predicted that the Lost City would rise again in 1968 or 1969. Neither of those predictions ever happened. And some might say, well, maybe the U.S. did find something like that and they just didn't tell us. Well, then what's the point of the prophecy? What's the point? I mean, you can say that about anything. So that doesn't exactly work. A prophecy, if it's going to be helpful or if it's going to validate somebody, you should be able to test against it. So there's that lost state of California. Let's see. According to Casey, a large earthquake would hit the state of California, causing it and the Baja Peninsula to slide in the Pacific sometime during the 1960s. Even though California does sit on a fault line, it is plagued by numerous earthquakes per year. The state and the Baja Peninsula are both fully intact. Obviously, Armageddon in 1999. In his self-induced trance, Casey predicted that Armageddon would come in 1999. Obviously, Armageddon never came. 1999 had its share of disasters, political, but nothing on the scale of Armageddon. A new Christian China. This one's interesting, and this, it's predictions like this that make a lot of Christians think that, he's okay, or that, they can gain some kind of insight from him, because it's not. There were times that he would speak fondly of Christians or the Bible and everything, but you can't go by what people say, because anybody can say anything. You got to go by their fruits, what they're actually teaching. What is their gospel? That's what the Bible says. I've read a lot about Casey, and because I used to be years and years ago, I used to be into New Age theology, like really into it. I'm out of it now, thank God. But Casey was somebody that I would actively study. There's no mention of the gospel of Jesus Christ in his writings. He never pointed people to repentance and salvation in Jesus. It just didn't happen. It was usually inner enlightenment kind of stuff. So anyway, he says here, it says that Casey predicted that China would become the new cradle of Christianity, and he went on to predict that China would be completely converted to Christianity by 1968. Of course, just as his other predictions, Casey missed the mark. Buddhism remains the most popular single religion in China since its introduction in the 1st century. Nearly 30% of the country is Buddhist. The number of Christians pale in comparison. Even today, Christians only make up 3 to 4% of the Chinese population. So, let's see. Out of the thousands of Edgar Casey's prophecies, only 40% can be considered even remotely correct, and even that percentage is open to debate. The other 60% are either too vague to interpret, multiple intent, or just plain wrong. Just as Casey was not concerned with critics and skeptics, neither are his modern-day followers, according to this article. When questioned about flawed or incorrect predictions, modern-day believers simply reply back with a quote from Casey himself. Prophecy prophecy is never given for any other purpose than as a warning. For this reason, a successful prophecy is one that has been averted and therefore doesn't happen. It isn't that convenient. This also means that a successful prophet is one that you can never successfully prove as a fraud.
Yes, yes.